What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Triple Cover Sports Podcast. I'm one of your co-hosts for the evening. Y'all already know who it is, Dale Fowler, along with my boys, my brothers. I got Lonnie and Dre with me. How y'all doing tonight, fellas?
I'm good, my boy.
I'm
We're
doing
talking
good.
football
Doing good.
Yes,
for
yes, sir.
sports
We
in
definitely got a
general.
lot to talk about. We do have a lot to talk about. We do have a lot of football. But we do have, of course, a little bit of basketball we got to talk about as well, too, because before we even get into all those topics, we definitely have to talk about the All-Star weekend. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. Let's just get into it. So we got All-Star or All-Board. So have All-Star weekend in the NFL, NBA, and even the MLB lose their excitement, and what realistic changes could bring that must-watch energy back consistently?
I mean, the NFL has definitely lost some luster in their Pro Bowl game, for sure. I think we talked about it just recently, in the past couple episodes about how that game is definitely taking a step back and guys aren't taking it as serious. And you see a lot of guys pulling themselves from it, really since it's become flag football. However, I think the NBA All Star game was a little bit better. They said Wemby came out and played a little bit of real defense, so you seen him kind of flying up and down the court. I like how they split the teams up, kind of really gave them a central five, kind of really get some guys to play hard because you don't really have anybody rotating. I like the format that the NBA took and the approaches they took. We got to understand that these are all-star games and they coming in the middle of these guys' seasons, or at the football season, really at the end of the season when it's over. But in the NBA, in the middle of these guys' season, so it's hard to get them to play a full-out hard basketball game when they're trying to really be a time where they're possibly resting and recuperating and preparing themselves for the remainder of the NBA season. So I like what I've seen from the NBA as far as the speed and the pace of the game. The NFL, I think, has a lot of work to do. I think, like they said, that even the NHL has kind of mastered it with the world and versus the different countries and things like that. So I think the NFL has some more blueprints they need to possibly draw up for the Pro Bowl or All Star game to try and get guys to participate more and kind of take it a little bit more serious. I know that player safety is at the top of the list when it comes to the NFL, which is why you have a lot of flag football and a lot of non-contact. But maybe we incentivize the players more to get some more players, better players to play, and do some and have some showmanship in this game because I think that's what the NBA started to do, and that's what they did in this All Star game. I actually kind of liked it. So shout out to the NBA for I think doing it right.
Yeah, I definitely feel like I feel like Adam Silver he found the formula for the NBA All Star. I do like the stripes and stars versus the world and everything like that. I do feel like they need to add another team. I feel like they got the young bucks, they got the OGs, and they got the world people. I feel like there should be a rookie team. I feel like it. I feel like they should find like some of the rookies that's hooping in the season, and then you put man. Just imagine the rookies out there at 18, 19 going up against the new stars, and they possibly go up against the OGs of the world or whatever the case may be. That brings excitement. Yes, I watched that. I watched some of the All Star game. Wemby definitely set the tone, like Ant Man said. Um, and I don't know. He did it last year too. So he actually had them out there hooping. And it's not you don't really see that in the All Star game. Normally you just see people up there just throwing lobs, everybody laughing and joking and stuff. But nah, but them boys are hooping. It kind of remind me of the Olympics a little bit. So um, I definitely like that. They got to do something about the dunk contest. They got to do something about the 3-point shooting. The time was an issue for me on Saturday. Like bro, like I'm getting notifications at like 5 o'clock, 5 or 6 o'clock that Dave Lillard won 3-point contest. I'm like, are they playing now? Why are they playing now? That used to be prime time. So that used to be Saturday night at 7, 8 o'clock. That's when the skill position thing is happening. Then you get the 3-point shootout, and then the dunk contest closes it out for the evening. And then that's what I'm used to. And then it's the same thing with the All Star game. Hell, I think the All Star game started at 6 o'clock. Was it at 5 o'clock? 5 o'clock on Sunday. So I'm like that should have been a prime time. So although I did like what I saw, I definitely think that they need to get back to the prime time stuff. As far as the NFL goes, they need to change up the competitions. They need to me, I think they need to get away from the flag football aspect of it because I mean you got the celebrity, you already have the celebrity flag football game already. Why would I want to see the celebrities playing flag football, and then I'm seeing $1 million people that play on a regular basis, they playing flag football as well. So I kind of want to see that. I want them to get back into the pads. Um, and then they got to do more competitions as far as like who can throw the ball, who can throw the farthest, who got the strongest arm competition. They used to have that. They need to add the 40-yard dash. Who the fastest player in the league? What player wouldn't want to have the fastest player in the league title and everything like that? Who got the strongest arm and hell, they can add field goal kicking. Who got the strongest leg in the foot and pause? But yeah, that was crazy, by the way. Who can kick the farthest and everything like that? Like they can add some stuff to it, and I think that yeah, as far as baseball goes, steroids, get them back in the game. That's when the All Star game was fun. When I saw Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire, and Barry Bonds and all them hitting home runs, that's what made the All Star weekend fun for me. I used to sit there and watch the All Star, the home run derby. So steroids, get that back into the game.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much when it comes to it, I think it's just we need that competitive nature. That's really gonna have us looking at it and be like, okay, this is really fun to watch. Honestly, really, shout out to the NBA. They was able to figure out with this method that they got, where they have, of course, they got these teams split up and then they playing, of course, to a certain score. But I think it is bringing it out a little bit more because when you have, I feel like the score limit that they have, all right, we got the first to 40. Okay, we doing this, and then you have to win by 2 or anything like that. It's like you're not playing the full 4 quarters. We can go get some rest. We can watch this game. We can sit back, kick it, laugh, have some fun, and then we out there and we getting serious too. It's just like going to the court. Who up next? You get eliminated, you out of there. So like they was able to. Basketball was going to be a little bit simpler. I feel like to really be able to figure that out. So keep that up. But on the day before, you was right, Dre. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was putting up the table in the house and I was like, the game is already coming on. Like, dang, he came back from his Achilles injury and everything like that. And of course, won it, but it was very early. And I was like, I'm telling my wife, I'm like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, this is a time of evening where you got it on. Not that it's even background noise and nothing to your house and nothing like that too. But it's like you kicking it, like you chilling, you having a good time. It's on. People might bet on who they think gonna win and stuff like that. Of course, you're gonna get on the apps, especially with it being legal in all the states and stuff now with particular things. So it's like you can make something out of that. They did get rid of the skills challenge though, which I don't know why they did that. They went straight into the 3-point shootout, and I think also the dunk contest as well too. It was nothing else with that, and they said because of I don't know how true it was, but they said because of what CP3 and Wemby did last year. But if that's the reason, that's bull. All you gotta do is say no, don't do that, and we can continue going forward with that
But
because that's it
they
is,
had some type of skill, something though, with the Harper brothers, and
they
um,
did something small.
yeah, they
Okay,
did something like that. It wasn't they didn't
all
get
right.
rid of it all the way, so
Oh,
it
wait.
was like they
All right.
teamed them up with their dads. It's a lot of kids.
Oh, they did some things. Okay, that's
Yeah, they
cool.
did something like
That's
that.
fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
the Harper
Okay.
brothers, and then it was Rip Hamilton had a group. So it was just they teamed them up with a lot of the OGs.
Okay. Well, that's cool. I mean, at least they kept something, but still, I'm like, as long as that's still there, but it was still something to look forward to. So, I mean, maybe because of the region that they were in, they felt like they needed to have it at a certain time. But I think still, I mean, I understand, especially for those out in the East Coast. But even though if it's Pacific, bro, put it at 6, 7. People are going out. They going to eat people like, that's during the day. Come on, let's have a good time. Yeah. The reference, that's funny. But with the NFL, y'all gotta go back to the past, bro.
Yep.
Flag cool and all. I don't know what we need to do to be able to get the competitive nature back because I do understand, like, man, I don't want to risk tearing my ACL for a game that's meant to be fun for the end of the year to put on for the fans. But guess what? I'm crippling my team for the next year. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard when you put in all those factors, and you know how they are with trying to make money as well too. Honestly, it's either gonna have to be non-existent or uh, we gotta go back to it. We gotta go back to Hawaii as well. Uh,
They
I
might do
I
Yeah,
that,
understand.
but they
yeah,
might
they
do
got
that.
to
They ain't put no pads on though.
they got to
They,
put the pad. The reason why they got to put the pad. I don't want to hear that safety bullshit. Yeah, I don't want to hear that. I'm sorry. The reason why I don't want to hear it is because y'all keep adding games in the regular season,
Uh-huh.
so I don't want to hear that. Y'all keep talking about well safety this and safety that. Yeah, yeah. If player
But that
safety
is the
matters, that
NFL though. That's the
yeah.
players who are kind of debating that part. So I
They
mean,
talking about adding another game, add another week.
but the thing is, when you say that, it's really the league who is trying to implement the other game. The players is like, if y'all doing that, or y'all gonna give us an extra bye week,
Extra
they
bye
are
week,
kind
yeah.
of fighting that, which is why they are the ones who are refusing this will too. So when saying that, it's like I get it. I mean, we do that, then they're gonna be like, nah, because then that we still have to be responsible for that. It's still gonna be our fault. But I really do agree that we do need to find a way for them to be able to still get in those pads and make it a safer game. I mean, I want to see the hits, bro. I mean, I want to see you kind of want to see certain players play with each other because it was always a time as well too to see like how would they look together because we might never get it. Like we do want to see a Pat low key throw to Jamar Chase. Like even though you talk stuff, bro, but like just see how beautiful it is to see how to catch it in his hands. Or Joe Burrow hitting even one
That's
of
low
our
key.
receivers.
That's low key recruiting. But you can recruit too, or you got the
I
pass
mean,
though.
we
So
know
you
what
get
it is.
wide.
We know what's a part of it, but
Yeah, man. Well, your
I mean,
contract up, man. Why don't you
like
come
for real,
get your agent on the phone, man? Come to Kansas City, man.
you
Pat Justin Jefferson, Pat throwing the ball to Jay Janice, man. Come on.
exactly. That's what you want to see. That's what you will want.
Pat
And I mean,
Bijan Robinson in the back. Pat with Bijan Robinson. Come on, man. Yeah.
MLB. It's always been the same to me. I mean, homework run derby is there. I mean, it's still there. I mean, I understand when you say the steroids and stuff like that, it was really a joke, but we got guys who really hitting far and stuff like that as well too. And you know how they do like the metrics within the game because they got the ESPN sides along with it as well too, where they make it more interesting. So I think like they always do one event in a game anyway, so they were going to be fine. You can compete how you're going to compete and just go out and just ball out and do what you do. So I mean, you know, yeah. I mean, it's fun. That's cool. But and then they got the pitching clock as well, where that's sped up the game. So that made me even watch a little bit more games as well too, because it's like, all right, at least I am see a little bit more offense because you can't sit there and play all day, play mind games. Yeah, get it together, get it going, and let's keep it pushing. But overall, it's really the NFL that's born. It, MLB gonna be rare. I think you muted
Yeah,
as
two
well too,
two
bro.
two flag football games is the problem for me. That's I don't like that. I don't want to see Justin Jefferson and all them Jamar Chase and all them out there uh, flag football, and then before that you got Cam Newton out there in cowboy boots and shorts, and Drewski and them playing flag football as well. So it's like
Yeah, don't.
that's
Yeah,
it's
we don't want to
it's
see
it's
that.
watered down, bro. So like y'all got to get back in the pads, man. I get why a lot of people don't want them back in the pads for player safety, but at the same time, man, look, it's football. We all know what you're signing up for when you play football, man. At the end of the day.
And for real, playing 1 quarter. Yeah, go ahead, Lonnie. I know you about to talk. My
and
bad.
I was gonna say, if not pads, the most y'all we might probably see them go back to is shells, but I don't even see them doing that honestly, just because it's so player safety driven. Once you go a certain direction, and they've marketed that towards the younger youth with the ladies women's football, with the youth football, they have them playing on the field. The market, you can kind of see what market they want to tailor to and kind of where they want to go with it. So I don't see them regressing and going back to that. I think the NFL just has to find a way to get guys to participate. And these are multi-billion-dollar leagues. So what you do is you up the money, and I think that's what the NBA did. The NBA put some money on the line. If you want to get some guys to play for real, Put some money, incentivize them, get them to play. And I think the NBA, because the NBA is not all out of the woods here either, because the dunk contest is definitely taking a very, very, very large step back ever since Zach LaVine and Eric Gordon. So what they need to do with that, because they could be winning this All-Star conversation if they could get that to be something that's really back to what it could be. They need to offer the guys some money. They need to put some money into that.
Why they
Incentivize
take back?
guys like
Get
LeBron.
LeBron out the league and then
Yeah, you know,
start making these stars go out there and be
yeah,
like,
like
"Hey, bro,
AE,
come win."
get you
This,
some young guys in there that are like high flyers. You incentivize those top dunkers in the league to get into that, um, that dunk
get the
contest. I
YouTube
mean,
dunkers too, man. We don't look.
Matt McClung, I don't know why he wasn't invited.
well, yeah,
They
I
said,
get that,
yeah,
but Dre,
they
I
did
think
that.
people want to see the starter day to day. We want to see the Anthony Edwards. We want to see the John Morants. We want to see who else is some high flyers
Zion
now?
Williamson.
The Collins,
Yep.
Zion
Yeah.
Williamsons. We want to see that. So in order to get that, and the NBA knows that people want to see that, you got to find a way to get those guys
They
out of
got
the whether it be marketing, whether it be selling the commercials, whether it be selling a whole sponsor. Hey, you win this dunk contest. Next thing you know, you got all the Sprite deals, or like you gotta get some money behind it and get it going.
they got to do with what Dame and them did for the 3-point contest. As y'all see what happened, Dave reached out to Steph and them. It's gonna be Dame, Steph trying to get Clay, and Dame said the rest some other real shooters to, and Devin Booker and some other real shooters to be in the 3-point shootout next year. So that I think it takes stars. It's gonna take a guy like Anthony Edwards to say, hey, I want to, or Giannis to get in the dunk contest to be like, hey, I want to do this. So, and y'all want to do this with me. So it's gonna take a star to do it.
I think a guy who really need to go out and probably sell it is probably a John Moran, because with the face that you have in the league right now with what's going on, and then also like trying to really rebrand yourself as well too. I know it seems like small, but like go out there, bro, and really like just go crazy. Like, I mean, just go win.
Y'all will go crazy.
I mean, like just go do it, because
AE
it's
in a
like
dunk
it's gonna
contest.
kind of like reignite that fire that we all seen in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you go out there and participate, it's like, all right, okay, I might want to see this on my team when the trade comes about again. Like it don't just be what you do out there when you play as well too. Like literally Matt McClung, regardless of what we say, him being able to perform at a high level in the dunk contest and being the only one who was really going out there and really putting in the effort and putting in the work. I mean, that's why we were seeing him every year. And I know we want to see day-to-day starters, but like, hey, that's how he was getting his money too. For real.
Yeah.
So
But
I
just
mean,
like, go ahead.
for the last dunk contest, relevant dunk contest to be Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon, the NBA just it's
That
something
was
that's
10
not
years
right
ago,
there.
wasn't it?
Exactly. So you gotta get some high flyers, some floaters, man. Come on, the NBA has those guys. Those are the guys that people want to see. The guys that look good when they dunk, right?
Yeah.
Every dunk that Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon did, it looked good when you put it in slow mo. It looked beautiful. Like that was one of the best dunk contests we will ever see. And I know it's been some epic ones, but it's those guys were floaters. And that's what John Morant and Anthony Edwards, they float through the air. Like you need guys like that can pose and really you're picturesque when they're dunking in the air. So it's no slight on the guys that were in there, because the shout out to Johnson, who the good dude from the Bay Area kid that won from the
For
Heat.
Miami.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he put on the show. He did do his thing. But I mean, we got to get some household names.
It was only 150 dunk. It was only one dunk that got a 50 though, and that was old boy from the Spurs. When he went, that was a nasty one. He put it between his legs and he boomed it. I'm like, yeah, that was kind of nice though. I ain't gonna lie, but yeah, with the social media driven days and everything like that, you definitely got to get some stars up there, because everybody gonna be talking about it.
yep. It'll be a fun time to give everybody out as well too. And I think the main thing is we want to get the fans back in the seats as well. And just before we even move on to the next topic, that's why the NFL, you got to go back to Hawaii and Honolulu. I'll be honest, like I think it would make the players want to get out there, vacation. You bring your families out there as well too. That's a good time. And I ain't gonna lie, like even us as fans as well too. that's a trip that some people plan for, and it's like, yeah, it's cool. It's in Florida, it's cool, it's in Cali, but like Hawaii, and you know how. Let's be honest. For some people, that pretty cool amount.
It's
You
once in a
plan for
lifetime.
that go? Oh yeah, that's media chance to take pictures, have a good time, enjoy the weather, all that good. You know the food, luau's, all that. Yeah, like come on, like it's sometimes it's not always just about the game. See, it's about the experience as well too. It, exactly, and that's the that. Let them start being able to participate, bro.
Yeah. Just
Yeah,
imagine Sam. Just imagine Sam Darnold going to the Pro Bowl and you get the flash. You get like you get to brag about it. Well, he I mean, he wouldn't be able to have his ring, but he still be to brag like, yeah, I won a Super Bowl. Y'all
yeah.
get one.
And then you can condense the game too. You don't have to do full 15-minute quarters. You don't have to even do full things as well too.
They
Even
got to
one
get the
if you
pads.
even if y'all wanted to split it up and have as money and have different squads that y'all just wanted to see with 11-on-11 football, do all that. You know what I'm saying? You know, like it doesn't have to really be just a full game where y'all going all out. We want to see somebody route somebody up just because we didn't get to see it. Pro Bowl, the All Star game, NBA Finals, MLB, War
World Series.
Series. I love it. Earn that. But let's be honest,
He
back in the
he ain't
day,
earned it. We ain't gonna say
we
that.
ain't
He
that.
ain't
I
earned it.
mean, well, votes wise. All right, I didn't mean to go that far, but what I'm saying is, you see how we
Shout out
just
to
said that.
12.
You know, it just but how we just said that. Let it be an honor for people to come again. So Josh Allen,
Mhm.
all y'all guys, stop being soft, bro. Like that's a part of the game. You're gonna lose. Like for real, for real. I really think if Pat didn't get hurt, he would have went.
I think a
Cause
lot of players
he
I
only
think a
went
lot
to
of
one
players
of
was
them, ain't
hurt
it?
too though.
He only went
But
to one because after that he really been competing, or I think like
and
you
I
know,
think a lot of players was hurt. Bo Nix got hurt. Josh Allen
Yeah.
got hurt. A lot of players got hurt like
yeah,
later
they
in the
had
season.
yeah, they be
And
using something. Yeah, I mean some stuff that you want to do, chill. Like yeah, don't go out there and make it worse and make your
But
like.
it was good to see Joe Burrow out there though. It was. That's for him a quarterback of that caliber though.
You need to worry about getting back to the playoffs too, bro. I just had to throw that in there. All right, let's get on to the next topic. So we got off season or off seasoned. So as we head into the 2026 NFL offseason, which teams and head coaches are under the most pressure to get it right, and what defines a successful offseason for them?
off season as in, are you talking about teams? Are we talking about all three major sports? Or are we talking about particularly football,
NFL.
NFL?
I said NFL offseason.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, we got. Let's start with the biggest one. I think the biggest one is ours. Is in our hometown is the Kansas City Chiefs. I think they picking very high in the draft for the first time in a long time. They haven't had a pick of this caliber since they had Mahomes. Since they've been going to all the Super Bowls, so I think they're under the most pressure for sure. It's definitely some teams like the Eagles who win a net, and after they won their Super Bowl, didn't have an ability to display any offense. That I think that Nick Sirianni is also going to be under a ton of pressure. That's what comes with playing in a big city like that. And then the 49ers, and the 49ers are a team that is always they are in the running at the end of the year, and they just weren't able to get over that hump against the Seattle Seahawks. You have the Seattle Seahawks winning the Super Bowl, so showing that it can be done, it has the ability to be done in that division. Unfortunately, Kyle Shanahan, I think, has been an unfortunate um, um, face of taking a lot of losses to the Kansas City Chiefs. He's made a good team and a great quarterback every time he just so happened to make it to the Super Bowl. And the one team in his division, the one time they did make it, they made a mediocre quarterback and won a Super Bowl. So I think he's under a ton of pressure as well. But the biggest pressure to me is the Kansas City Chiefs, though. We have to get that. I think they have to get this right. I don't think they sit in this position anymore while Mahomes is with the Chiefs. And if they do, I think somebody will be losing their job moving forward, whether it be a coach or a general manager or a president, whoever you want to blame it on. So I think that they're under the most pressure. They're under the microscope because whoever they pick is someone that is going to have to come in and play immediately. and make an immediate impact in some of the biggest games that they probably ever played in their career, just because we're coming off of a season that we haven't seen too much here in Kansas City. Really, since we picked Eric Fisher, because really when we picked Mahomes, we weren't really even that bad. We had to trade up to get him, so it's been bad this year. So I think the Chiefs are under a lot of pressure, and everybody in the organization, whether it be Andy Reid, whether it be Mark Donovan, whether it be Brett Veach, I think that is a high pressure situation and something very hyperbolic for anybody to come into. So I think it starts right here at home, like I said, with our team.
Yeah, I do agree that it's definitely um sound the alarms in Kansas City. Look, hey, I said it last year. Brett Veach better have him off season. Brett Veach better have him the best off season he ever had. I know they talk about releasing Juan Taylor. Hey, he got to do it. Brett Veach. If you want to see Arrowhead in Kansas City, Kansas by 2031, you gotta secure the next. Especially you gotta get this year right. This off season. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. He got a tough one. The draft is he got some holes to fill for sure. Um, but not only just Brett Veach and Andy Reid. I say coaches like Aaron Glenn. Aaron Glenn has finished 3-14. He gonna have and he can't have another season like that moving forward. Um, same with um Matt LaFleur. Matt LaFleur is a coach that has basically underachieved. I want to say Matt LaFleur is 3-6 in the playoffs, and yeah, he everybody be sold on Jordan Love, man, but I've been saying it for the I just don't see it. Everybody be like he's talented in there. What do people see that I don't see? I got glasses and everything like that, and I love the game of football, but I don't see it. But those are my three. Matt LaFleur. I know that the Packers basically extended him. Matt LaFleur this past off season. But he's 3-6, and they haven't. He's only. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty bad in Green Bay. Um, they went 9-8 this year, so yeah, he got to get it done. Aaron Glenn, I hate this. I want teams to give black head coaches um, an opportunity to turn things around. He went 3-14. I want him to be able to get an opportunity to right the ship. I mean, because we've seen it. Hell, we've seen it with the Seahawks coach. Seahawks coach won a Super Bowl. We've seen Ben Johnson come in and turn it around in one season. We've seen Mike Vrabel turn it around in one season. So it's really no real excuses at this point. So, but back to and then Kansas City as well. Y'all gotta protect Pat for one, and then you gotta build around Pat as well. Give my boy Pat some weapons. Yeah, because I'm tired of hearing everybody saying Brett Veach. Yeah, he brought us 3 championships, and this and this. He constructed 3 championships and everything like that. Okay, build another team then. Let's see what you can do, especially with Pat being on one leg right now. See what you can do, because Pat ain't starting the season. We already had this conversation. So show me what you can do. We saw what happened with Pat. When Pat went down last year, we didn't win another game. That's how bad that team is.
I mean, that is true. I mean, they did go ahead and fold. The rest of the way, they didn't do nothing at all. I think I just made it too easy to select the Chiefs though as well. I mean, we're gonna be talking about them later on as well too within this particular thing. Only reason why I say that because it's like I said this was going to be an important all season for them anyway, regardless. I think just overall, I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't do nothing at all. If it be as great as you're saying. Okay, so like honestly, I think all of us, regardless of like you did said it multiple times. You want to be wrong on that. If you start in week 1, okay, it's playoffs now. Like it doesn't matter. It's playoffs. You have to get there. But the teams I'm really looking at, I mean, you took Matt LaFleur from me, but Todd Bowles is somebody who really got to watch out for his job this upcoming season. Just
He should have
because
been
that,
gone.
yeah, I mean, he was able to retain his job this particular season, but he was able to have some scapegoats he could, of course, get rid of to, of course, pretty much save his job and place blame in other places to get one more year to show that he is capable of putting them back into that Super Bowl contender story, and he was a part of that Super Bowl team, so he was able to, of course, take over for Bruce Arians after he left, and they thought that they would be in the same position that they are. And I mean, they got some playoffs, they got some good play out of Baker as well too, but overall they weren't able to get it done. So just seeing what happened this offseason and seeing what was done, that's someone who needs to watch out for this upcoming season. And Nick Sirianni, I mean, you won a Super Bowl, you did
They
beat
can't
us.
stand him in Philly.
They really can't, like, from a media sense, or I think from a fan base, they
They
they're
hate him.
not too fond of him. That Super Bowl extended his time, but when you look at it and look at some things, and it's not just even the videos of him yelling in our going into the tunnel and stuff like that, and seeming like an immature man child or anything, but even how you run up on your players like AJ Brown. I know his responses in media hasn't been great, but in reality, he hasn't been lying though as well either. And he's really been refraining from saying really probably what he really want to say. So that irritation that you had when you came onto the field, when you came up on him, I think that's things they're looking at as well too. And I don't want to be clipped later on. We might, depending on how some Philadelphia fans feel, if they do support him. But even like the reactions that you seen Jalen Hurts have with him, and you know that Jalen Hurts was like, I mean, I don't think NFL players voted him that, but he was like some type of most hated player in the NFL for some reason, whatever like that. You see his reaction sometimes from a guy who doesn't really, he's very professional. He doesn't really do all of that, but he at times he looking like, dude, calm down. So I think just character wise, that's what they looking at, and that's what he need to watch out on. But if it's another season that it's not, y'all get to the playoffs, right? But say that these weird losses, these moments of like, why did you even think to do that? And then also along with any locker room noise or banter between players and unhappiness, it could be your last ride. So I think he needs to watch himself this upcoming season. And you better hope Harry Roseman gets you some more players that could potentially save your job for another season, for another 2 years. But I don't think it's going to happen yet, because how they system go is they're going to miss a couple. Then they're going to retool. It's going to be like a hefty retool, a lot of signings, and then like, oh, it's talent that might get them back there. But hey, if Nick Sirianni gone and they go in another direction and go for a coach that, of course, like, he works with what you have, he can get the best out of these players, they might be okay with moving forward. But them are like the only two coaches I have, and then yeah, everybody else is, really feel the positions of what's really going on right now. So we're gonna see how those play out. Um, I I didn't want to say the Raiders. I mean, he just got hired, bro. If they gonna fire him already, it's like give him some time because y'all
I give
trash.
him 3 years.
Yeah, he's trash. You gotta give him 3 years at least. You gotta probably give him his contract just because. If you even see any, it doesn't have to be a record, that's just tremendously improved, but probably more competitive edge from your players. Uh, really having a lot of teams go down the line. You're seeing really a lot of growth from what you're seeing offensively because they didn't average as many points. Like even if you're able to average around 23 or 24 points a game, that could be good. So
Yeah.
it's just you're gonna have to. I know it's football, but just like any other business, you're gonna have to start keying in on certain factors. Like okay, like hey, but this did improve. Y'all was horrible at this. Like you gotta work with me on something, bro. Like I'm not gonna lie. But anything else y'all want to add before we move to the next topic?
No.
All right. So we're gonna get to it. So we got chief concern or chief solution. So outside of just calling it an important pick, which specific players should the Kansas City Chiefs target in the first round, and should they prioritize best player available or immediate roster need?
Yeah, so I think we should definitely target best player available. However, I've been saying it on previous pods. We need to go for a defensive player, whether it be Ruben Bain um, Jr. out of Miami, whether it be Bailey out of Texas Tech. I think it needs to be a game-changing defensive end type player. It could even be the safety Caleb Downs out of Ohio State. I think it just needs to be somebody that with the innate ability to be able to give us the ball back on the defensive side of the ball at the drop of a hat. Really kind of shift those balance of power. Somewhat of the Chris Jones ilk. Those are once in a generation type players, but we need somebody that can come in and kind of give us that competitive advantage on that defensive side of the ball. So I think they need to go get a defensive player. I know people love the Jeremiah Love pick, but I just don't really think the Chiefs need to go get a running back that high in the draft, especially when this is not a Saquon Barkley or a Dalvin Cook type running back. I don't think. I mean, I think it needs to be somebody that is of a game changing defensive a defensive player, somebody that can come in and, like I said, give us the ball back at the drop of a hat. Because we have aging players on the defensive side of the ball. So if we can go out there and get a gap, a really bookend defensive end, a good safety, even if they can find a cream of the crop corner, and use Trent McDuffie to go get more picks and kind of just find his replacement. I'll be fine with that as well. But I really just don't think the Chiefs need to go and get an offensive weapon unless it's of the Jackson Smith and Jigba, of the Saquon Barkley, of the who else do you want to? Who else is one of those picks that were top?
Cordell Tate.
I'm not. I
Parnell.
think the only reason I don't like the Carnell Tate pick is because I think that I heard them say that on, I don't know where I heard it on, but Ohio State, I think we get enamored by the wide receivers that have coming out of Ohio State with the Emeka Bukas, with the Jackson Smith and Jigbas, with the Garrett Wilsons, with the Marvin Harrison Juniors. So I don't think Carnell Tate is of that same caliber. I know he's played with those players and went to a school and worn the same jersey as those players. But when you talk about people like Jackson, like I said, Jackson Smith and Jigba had 300 yards in a Rose Bowl, Trey. Like we talking about in a bowl game when you talking about you playing the best of the best, and I think that was against Utah. So and then you got guys like Marvin Harrison Jr. He's a legacy type player. He's coming from another NFL player. And then Emeka Ibuka.
He's kind of underperformed in the NFL.
Who?
Marvin Harrison.
He definitely compared to Emeka Ibuka, he definitely was not what we were expecting him to be. But I think Emeka Ibuka kind of got rid of that notion that you don't have to play a lot to be like a superstar, because he came out and I don't think he was used a lot at Ohio State. I don't remember hearing his name called a lot at Ohio State. So I get what people were saying and it's wide receiver but I just don't. The Carnell Tate kid, I think he's kind of small. I know that people said he get open, he good in the red zone,
best
got a lot of touchdowns. Football, man. But Dre, if he is not, only reason I say we can't get a weapon is because if you miss on the pick, it's gonna show immediately. It's not gonna wait. With a defensive player, right? You can run him out there. he don't got to get a sack the first time he get on the field. But if he get close to the quarterback, people gonna be like, all right, we like what we seeing, right? If you get a wide receiver and he get 3-4 possessions and he only got 2 catches for 10 yards, they own him.
No, we
They
not.
own
No. But that depends on if Travis Kelce comes back though.
Xavier Worthy stepped out of bounds 2 times and got about 4 opportunities, and they was calling him a bust. If that wide receiver come in here,
he moving towards that.
He better go. I'm telling you, he's gonna have to be like Tyreek Hill reincarnated. I mean, because that's what people are expecting at the wide receiver position. Like, and I understand that we'd never find one of those again, but like people are expecting somebody of that caliber if you drafted them at 9. You know what I'm saying? You're expecting somebody to be, hey, this is a 1-play touchdown right here. So like, I just feel like it puts a lot of pressure on that offensive player. And I don't know if it's anybody in this draft of that caliber. So I think it needs to be a game-changing defensive player.
Yeah, a lot of people are leaning towards defense when it comes to the Chiefs. With the uncertainty of Rashee Rice, we have issues with Xavier Worthy. He has an ankle issue. He has a shoulder issue. He has a football field awareness issue. I mean, the boy, yeah, that's. And then Pat possibly without a tight end. So then we do what? We gonna lose Juju. Then we losing in Hollywood. I mean, we gonna trot out there for Pat. If I'm Pat, if that's what y'all gonna give me going into no Travis Kelce, and I just got Rashee Rice and Xavier Worthy and what Remigio Nico. I'm sitting out the 2026 season, baby. Why come back, man?
Jalen Royals.
Jalen Royals. I mean, but I wanted to see more of him last year. I don't know. Even with Rashee Rice out, Xavier Worthy hurt, and Hollywood Brown hurt, Royals still couldn't get on the field for some reason. So that is a concern for me. So I hope that he has a hell of an off season, a hell of a training camp, and everything. But then again, I'm tired of hearing about this. He balled in training camp last year, and when he got to the season, everybody was talking about it. But then he got to the season, where was he to be found? So my thing is, I want offensive weapons for Pat. You build your $500 million quarterback. Pat wants weapons. Pat wants to throw the ball down the field, and I feel like Cornell Tate, the best deep ball catcher in the draft. He has the best hands in the draft. Yes, to me, he reminds me. He has the build of Justin Jefferson. He could be our Jay Jettis. Wide receiver, but outside of that, if you don't get him, yeah, I agree. But still though, you got to get it together. But I feel like I'm okay with them. We do need some help on the defensive side of the ball. Chris Jones is getting older. I'm still scratching my head about the Karlaftis extension. We got was Charles Manning gone? Was he? He's gone. Yeah, he's gone. So we gonna need some help at linebackers. Fred Breach got some work to do. He definitely got some work to do. But if we don't get if everybody's sold on Bane, but I don't know, man, because I mean, like you said, I mean, yeah, he's flashing in cop, but we've seen this happen before, though. So I mean, we get him, and then he doesn't show up. He doesn't show up in the NFL. It doesn't transition to the NFL. So then what? It's all about potential at the end of the day. And personally, I feel like you have a better shot with your star quarterback, your face of the league, getting a hell of a player out of Cardinal Tate than to go on the edge with Ruben Bain or somebody like that on that. I'm leaning. I want offense. I've been wanting offense the last 2 years. Please make it happen. Please.
I mean, you got offense in one of those years, so it's not like they didn't just not listen to you at some point. But I'm not gonna lie, and then they addressed the tackle position too by going 32 and get Josh Simmons last year as well. So I mean, overall, only reason why I've been leaning towards DN really kind of as time has been going on, because a lot of things could be really done early on in the off season. Just and I put out, like, even to y'all what I said as well too. Like, if these things happen, that's why I will feel comfortable if certain things was to land the way we think that we want to, because I know that a lot of people are worried about running back. But when you think about running back at that particular time in that part of the draft, is it somebody who's going to, actually be here after that rookie contract? How we look at that position as well too. So, going after like Travis Etienne, Kenneth Walker, who potentially probably won't be franchise tagged by the Seattle Seahawks, like they said, going to be open to free agency. I know, like we have said, had our feelings about if we feel like he'll be a good fit, but these are just option out there. And then of course the Brees Halls and stuff like that as well too. If if that was to happen for the Chiefs, okay, you got that knocked out right there. Now, of course, it'll be talked about later on in the show, but just to briefly put it up, we don't know where it is. Rick's not starting off the season. We're not tripping off that, but like, what are you trying to even do with that? So we don't even know where we're going with that. That's why I understand wide receiver. We do need to have some people on the roster, because some people, we do have people walking away. But are you going to also try to re-sign Todd Thornton? No. I like you. That has to be something you think about. I understand he didn't get the reps that he was well deserved last year, but with the people going like Hollywood, the Jujus and stuff like that, he need to be out on the field. And if he's out on the field, it's not like Pat wasn't targeting him. So if he's out on the field because these guys are walking away, then I mean, okay.
I just look at him and Xavier Worthy as the same player, though. That's why that's kind of why he took a step back when Xavier Worthy got healthy. He kind of disappeared in the offense. So I don't know if we can have Xavier Worthy and Tyquan Thornton on the football field at the same time.
I mean, but at the same time, it wasn't. But that's what expected when you also went out and signed Hollywood Brown on the 1-year deal. You thought this was going to be a good big three with him, Xavier Worthy, and Rashid Rice. You was hoping something was happening when he came back as well too. So that's why you had him take a step back, because you saw the potential that he had when he was out. Okay, he stepped up when it mattered. Okay, now Hollywood, you're gone. Okay, Juju, you're gone. We need guys that's going to go out there and catch the football. We need guys that, what you're saying, Patrick Mahomes is going to rely on. So, like, you probably do
have need weapons.
Pat need weapons. Pat need weapons. So, if it's going to depend on what they do there. Because if you do that, and even if you go get a defensive end as well, too, even as a veteran that's out there, you got the Khalil Max, you got the Joey Bosa, you still got those guys. I know what it is. But you go out there and get them, they're elite. So you start saying, do you get a Bailey or anyone like that? I think where we just landed at is like, okay, we need somebody who's going to be a problem, who's going to be I'm sorry, I need my Jesse Houston and Tom Holly back, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. George ain't it for me. Chris Jones is an inside defensive tackle. I always appreciated my defensive tackles. He was always an anomaly because of what he was able to do in the inside. But we know who the money makers is, bro. I'm sorry. Like, I was gonna even make a post. I gotta say this because I was even gonna make a post too. Because even though Frank didn't give me a sex, I won't. If my DNA ain't going out there really looking stupid just because he just went crazy, just a stupid playoff run, I don't really want you on the roster, bro. And like George, or you gon' give me that.
No. All he has is a bull rush, dog.
All right. All right.
My question though.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
My question though, are you because you said you said something about Chris Jones being back on the inside. Are you saying you don't want Chris Jones on the outside, on the edges anymore?
I mean, no,
You
he,
know,
he def-
Spags
you
allows him
know.
to rotate all up and through the line or whatever. So,
I mean, like, he's never. You're gonna have a percentage of snaps that you own there because of the ability that you have. But the problem is, why are we relying on you just to do that solely? That's where it's the issue.
yeah.
I mean, we saw what happened when he did go to the outside. We was gonna pay him like that. I'm just gonna be real. I don't want to get you started on George. I really don't. I don't.
Furious George. Hey,
I'm gonna be
shit
honest.
furious about that
His
man.
his best season was with Frank Clark.
Well, he got paid for what he
His
did
no,
against Josh.
his no, his I don't care. His best season
He
was with
shouldn't have
Frank
got.
Clark. He totaled 10.
I,
No,
He
he was
got
wrong that
paid for
year.
what he did to
Never
Josh
mind. He was
Allen in
right.
that in
No, he
that
didn't.
in the
His
AFC
rookie season,
Brevy,
he was
Championship.
solid. I think he had 6.5.
Brad Veach tried to jump the gun. He tried to jump the
Yeah.
gun and thought that he
Yeah.
was going to have one of those seasons this year, let his past season, and he didn't. He shouldn't have got. I feel like he shouldn't have got paid.
It should have been McDuffie.
Yes, should have been Trent.
Yes.
We can. It's so many players in the draft that can do what George Karlaftis can do now. But George Karlaftis is easily replaced than Trent McDuffie. So
Yeah. I don't know what you're thinking there, bro. People are really trying to have serious conversations. And like I would want like somebody like Caleb Downs as well too, like as a safety, because like, but some telling me like they might really try to go hard for bro Kobe Bryant. Like you know how the Chiefs are with like low key good safeties. And like you know how they like to go after him, but like, I understand he just won the Super Bowl as well too. But
He played with B. Cook at Cincy too, so I'm pretty sure it's somebody that they looked at before.
I do like Kobe Bryant though for sure. I do like him.
You do something like that. We like our veteran as well come in. We need somebody personality gonna be able to handle that back end, be able to communicate. That was something that was lacking last year as well. And
Spags is very picky with his players.
yeah,
though.
he is. So I mean, it just depends. I mean, hey, you like Tyron? He was short as hell. That was my dog. That's my dog.
He was a dog though.
Yeah, that's my dog though. But so I'm not saying like he was just horrible or anything, but you know what it is. But I think overall, I would love wide receiver, but Rasheed Rice had a great rookie season, but he had his downs after that, especially with injury stuff like that. Then Xavier Worthy as well too, coming in being a first round pick and all of that. So it's like
playmakers and dogs for sure.
It's what we need, and the roster is going to get constructed first. It's going to get constructed in March because there's a lot of things that have to happen. Juwan Taylor going to get cut to save some money. You're going to probably have Mike Dana cut as well too to save a little bit of cash.
You're going to have to revert Pat contract into a bonus probably again.
I mean, and people who with this restructure, it's like it doesn't take money away from him. He's just like here.
He gets it right now.
Just here. It's here. Yeah. Just gives us a little cap relief on from that. It's nothing as bad. So Mike let
Hey, he available. He said he gonna be a free agent. He coming back.
He is available. Mike Evans is available.
He was leading towards Kansas City until his wife said she wanted to stay at Tampa. When he was a free agent.
We're looking for another veteran wide receiver. Get on to the next list.
I mean, he's a veteran. Mike Evans. Come on, man. That's the wide receiver.
I think he don't want to keep on looking for a veteran. I think he want to look for Hawk Dynasty or 1 year wonder. All right, so is there a realistic path for the Seattle Seahawks to repeat as champions, and what would have to go right for them to return to and win another Super Bowl? Hold on, let me just go ahead. No, they're not repeating, bro.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think they repeating. I think it was a one-hit wonder for sure for Seattle. A lot of things got to go right. I think again, the Rams will have to collapse. Matthew Stafford and Puka Nacua were absolutely playing out of their mind every time they played the Seahawks, and the Seahawks were just they made more plays than the Rams made. So I don't want to make excuses for the Rams, but they will have to go through the Rams and they're gonna have to go through the Niners again twice, and I just don't see them having that ability to do that. The Rams have a very, very good defensive line that has been close to getting to Super Bowls and kind of on that cusp. And I can see them finally trying to get over the hump here in these next couple of years. So I don't see the Seattle Seahawks repeating at all. I think their path to the Super Bowl is a little bit harder. And that division is good. I don't think the defensive line for the Rams isn't going anywhere anytime soon. Kyle Shanahan, for the most part right now, isn't going anywhere anytime soon. So, and he got him some weapons too around there that I think that he likes. So, I don't know if the Seahawks repeat.
Man, look, with their defense, and they already have the blueprint for the defense, and I don't think that defense is going anywhere anytime soon. I definitely think that I think that defense alone can get them back to where they just came from. So yes, they have you got the Rams, you got the 49ers, but at the same time, you really that defense.
You got them. You got the Bears. You got who else is in the playoffs this year? I mean, NFC always.
In the NFC South, we don't care about nobody in the NFC South. The NFC East, I mean, what you got the Cowboys, Philly. You got Philly.
Why did you say the Cowboys? Stop saying them first. Like, stop. Like,
I mean, when you think about the NFC East, when you think about the NFC East, I mean, when you think of
we not thinking about them.
They don't even be making the playoffs.
we not even about the man. Look.
Yeah, but I think that I think they have a chance to at least get back to the NFC Championship with that defense if they barred health. I know a lot of people talking about Kenneth Walker. They not re-signing, they not tagging him and everything like that. But if I was reading something, I don't think the Seahawks are known for tagging players. I think they re-sign it. I think they just go ahead and just re-sign players. And I think the feel is mutual. I think he wants to stay there because I mean the GM was basically saying at the parade that he was already talking about. He was trying to talk to him about extending him now. So I think we all see this happen quite often where teams win the Super Bowl, they win a championship, and they tend to try to keep everything together. And then after a while, when it's successful for a little bit for a couple years, and then things start to break down, and that's when you start to lose your fizz a little bit. So I do think that Kenneth Walker will be back as a Seattle Seahawk, and they do got Charbonnet coming back. They do got an offensive line. They do got JSN. They can probably get. They got.
He's getting back.
Shaheed. And then they got Bonner as a tight end. They got the hell of a defense. Why not? There's a way the Seahawks can get back to the Super Bowl. I think they
can. And honestly, that's kind of what the report, how the reports did sound. It was like we not worried. They have some main guys that they're focused on, right? But it is that element that you just talked about as well, too, Dre, where it's like, I mean, yeah, but what kind of team friendly deal you trying to take to? Like, what kind are we talking about? What kind are we talking about?
He ain't taking no team friendly deal.
So if you're saying that, okay, then he's probably walking. Okay, he probably is.
Yeah,
depending on, especially if he's able to test the free agent market, his agent is not about to just see what he can get.
He's coming up 1,000-yard season.
You just won the Super Bowl MVP, and like you said, you had a 1,000+ yard season as well too, and you had a great playoff run. You had over 100 yards in each game. So, I mean, when you look at it, you're signing somewhere that's looking for it back. Now for Chiefs Kingdom, I don't know. Like, it's a lot of things that he's a great running back. Like, you put him out there and his goal is getting you yardage and getting you getting the ball in his hands and making plays. He's doing that. but also how great are you back there blocking as well too? And you saw sometimes
Not the
at times
greatest.
not as great. So you got to think about what you're trying to take with that, especially within the system that the Chiefs run as well too. So it's a lot that goes with it. But with the Seahawks, it's not. When I say that, it's like it's not saying that they won't go to the playoffs either. It's just I don't think they're going to repeat. That's all. Get back and you know maybe they can do what
That defense
the
too
Legion
good,
Boom
man.
and them didn't do, and actually prove that they can, repeat. They gonna actually hand it off to the guy, the commercial right after was hilarious as well.
Shout
So
out Beast Mode.
yeah, shout out Beast Mode. But I mean, I just feel with what's going on, and it's a little bias within that as well too. It's like, man, hopefully if we back in it, we back in the running. No, yeah, we see, if y'all even there. We not allowing that repeat. We gonna be the only team that still repeated since the Patriots. I want to keep that going. Uh, but yeah, they're gonna extend a lot of their defensive players, extend JSN as well too. So we'll see how that go. But I do, if anybody, I want to be able to steal Kobe Bryant. Anything y'all want to add on this before we move on to our last topic?
No sir.
All right. REEK reloaded or REEK receding. We've been waiting for it. I know everybody been waiting for the conversation as well too. It's on here. Alex, please don't start having an orgasm as well too, bro, because we know how you get, fam. But with the Miami Dolphins releasing Tyreek Hill at the age of 32, is there still a strong market for him? And does he profile as the number one true wide receiver? Or is at this point in his career now, especially after this injury, will he be a situational weapon at this stage of his career?
Yeah, with the gruesome leg injury, I was just talking to my dad yesterday, and we were just talking about it with the leg injury and all the stuff that went on with Tyreek. I think Tyreek has probably at least lost a half a second or a second on his 10-yard split, whatever it may be, which is very significant for a player of his caliber. However, I think he's gotten to the point in his career where it's about to be coming to an end. His game was always predicated on his speed. Usually, when players get towards the end of their career, they usually go to where it all started and try and wrap it up at home. I feel like it's a spot open here in Kansas City for him. I was listening to the local radio earlier, and I know a lot of people are saying that they don't want him back. They don't need him. They don't think we need him. He messes up the chemistry. I'm going to be honest. If the Chiefs go get that, y'all want to bring every veteran wide receiver that goes out onto the market onto the team. Why we not gonna go get one of his best wide receivers, somebody that he knows just as good as Travis Kelsey, and put them on a team with him again, pair him with somebody of that type of caliber. Even though they're coming off of an injury or injury riddle season, we know that the chemistry is there. We know that it doesn't take anything for these two guys to get on the same page, especially with this offensive coordinator. Um, I just feel like some things are just asinine. I feel like people start to get caught up in the media and how guys are acting, get caught up in the breakup, and get caught up in things that they're reading on players and lose sight of what the real goal is here. Our goal is to win championships, right? So if we're gonna do that, I think we should load up with as many weapons as we could possibly have. Having two of the fastest guys in the league on the same team, how the Chiefs would market that, you can only imagine. So I think it makes so much sense. I like them going to get him back. I don't know what his market looks like, being that he's coming off of such a major leg injury. I know that the Chargers probably will definitely be in the market because that's where his offensive coordinator, his former head coach and the new offensive coordinator of the Chargers, Mike McDaniels, is at. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're in the mix as well. I don't know what his market looks like, being that his game is predicated so much on his speed, and he had that such a gruesome leg injury. But I will say that I know that the Chiefs probably definitely are dabbling in that market. And if he says he wants to come home, let's see how hard pressed he is on coming home, because we know that there's a spot open, right? But what are you willing to take? The Chiefs are only going to offer you pennies on the dollar. We all know that. So is Tyreek really ready to humble himself and come back home and really show that he has the ability to become the best player like he was prior to the injury, when he was in a Kansas City uniform, which I think will be a big ask. But I think the Chiefs are definitely dabble in the market, and I definitely think you hear the Chiefs' names in there because he's definitely wanting a reunion. He the way he posts on social media and talks about it. It's definitely some smoke and some fire there. So it's something going on. So um, I like him. I want him back. I know that the breakup was bad and we just said some bad stuff, but all of that stuff we can right the ship right now for $20. So that's what we got to do. We got to go ahead and get everything right, money fix everything. We gonna go ahead and bring you back, get you back with your homeboy, back with your offensive coordinator, get your game tight. You might get one more contract after here. Come here, just grab a 2-year deal. You get you some more money. You can leave again. Say fuck us again, and we gonna say it too. But just we just need you for a little bit right now. Our quarterback is hurt. Your boy hurt right now. He needs some help.
Yeah, man. Everybody know me. Everybody knows that Tyreek Hill is probably my favorite wide receiver in Kansas City Chiefs history. Outside of my first wide receiver that I ever remember watching, which kind of made me watch Chiefs football in the first place, Andre Rison. So his name Andre. So, but Tyreek Hill coming back to Kansas City. I would love Tyreek Hill to come back to Kansas City. I mean, the the, the story is perfect. It fits. I mean, he left. He left for the money. He got his bad. He got his money. So in this off season, while he's looking for a new team, I don't think money is a priority. He even said it yesterday. He's looking to compete for a championship, and he also mentioned he said I want that feeling that I had when I played in Kansas City. So it kind of seems and everything is there. You got EB, you got Andy Reid, you got Pat Mahomes. You're probably gonna get Travis Kelsey, and hell, you might even get Kareem Hunt back next season. So it's kind of like Tyreek Hill. And we all Tyreek Hill loved Kansas City. He he says his agent was the reason why his agent got him traded. So he said he didn't want to leave Kansas City. So I think that Tyreek got his money. He needs another surgery. Um, he got to have his LCL surgery. But he said he'll be ready mid-season. Uh, we already know how Andy Reid is. Andy Reid is gonna let Tyreek Hill figure out the market, get calls, and probably by November, teams are probably not gonna be calling for Tyreek Hill, and Andy Reid is probably gonna be like, "Hey, big fella, what you doing? Let's go." Andy Reid is gonna sign him for the rest of the season. We know how that Andy Reid. Andy Reid is like that father figure. That's why a lot of players that once you play for Andy Reid, you kind of always want to come back to play for Andy Reid. Or Andy Reid gave opportunity when he drafted him. He had a stain on his record. He was a red flag coming out of college. Andy Reid gave him opportunity, and it only makes sense for Tyreek Hill to come back to Kansas City. I'm not saying he's gonna have the same impact that he once did. He's definitely going to lose a step. The athleticism, it's the speed and the athleticism that Tyreek Hill was separating him from a lot of players. But it's not. You can have Tyreek Hill in the slot though. This Tyreek Hill, he's not going to be super slow. He run a 4.2, but he might run a 4.4 or a 4.34 or something like that, but he ain't gonna run no 4.2. He ain't running that no more. But and that's still fast enough on the Kansas City roster. So I do think that I feel like he can come back. I want him back in Kansas City. I didn't like the fact that he left. And I can bring out my Tyreek Hill jerseys. Why not? I can bring them back out, bro. I got so many of them. So yeah, come on back to Kansas City, man. The key is under the mat, my brother. Come back, man. It's only fitting.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I was never against it in the first place. I'm not gonna let Wani sit here and say he want him back though. I'm not gonna let him get. I'm not gonna give him the satisfaction to say that. And he was like, "Let it go. Don't do it. Not gonna happen. Bring him back. I'm not even about to talk that much about it. I mean, I understand what y'all say. Cool and Reek. Got on baby mom. We that's gonna bring y'all a lot of revenue in Kansas City if we bring them baby mamas too. Houses gonna be bought, uh, kids gonna be in school,
Yep.
stuff like that. So it's gonna bring a lot. But yeah, for real, a lot. Even the slower Tyreek Hill is faster than a lot of guys in the league as well. So we don't want him to come back and be a number one anyway. But like, if they give him the opportunity, don't act like he won't take it. Don't act like he's not that type of player. All right, y'all keep on playing around because y'all think he like y'all. He love 10. Yeah, I said all this shit about Tua. Shit, I was trying to make myself feel happy. Let's be real. Go back and look at them highlights. I don't care about Wasp. Just go look at 2018 and just 20. Just go look at Tampa game before the Super Bowl.
They need help. Help is on the way. They need help.
Like, for real. Not for real. Houses will be bought. Revenue, yeah. Y'all thought, look, they going over to Kansas. Y'all getting it right back with him. Moving them. You getting it right back. It's good. Come on, bro. Like, I'm not even going to even say wait mid-season, bro. Like, I just want to. Pat going to be here to like 38, 39. You think he really going to be done after this, even if it's mid? Like, he's coming back. This is not Odell either. I'm sorry. Like, I love Odell, who he is. As like, REEK is a different being, and we saw him become a different being in our face.
Yeah, I watched him work out on Snap. He posted his entire workout, him coming his rehab and everything like that on Snap. Yeah, I think
he's coming. It's like, when is he though? But it's mid-season. That's why I'm not gonna lie, Dre. That's why I think I'm probably on Mahomes a little bit more. I think when you look at him as a competitor and you look at it, I can keep us in contention until he get back. He get here. This ain't. I ain't gonna lie, Rasheed. Try to hype you, love, bro. I try to hype you. You don't have that same aura.
Nah, don't turn your back on phone now, man.
Respectfully,
nah, don't do that.
I don't care.
Y'all just said 4 had the Walter and everything,
I'm just
man.
saying, regardless of what you're talking about, I never turned on REEK. I never turned on him. Don't care.
He still might have it. Tyreek ain't gonna be the number one if he come back here.
All right, we gonna say that for 2 games. And then y'all gonna be like, shit. God damn it, never left. Gonna be like,
Pat go throw. We gonna throw a ball first game.
The first person y'all gonna look at is Xavier Worthy.
Yeah. You couldn't do this. You couldn't do this the last 2 years.
You didn't do this. You don't see how simple this is. Andy Reid don't come into the press conference like this. I told y'all fucking nothing didn't change. It's the fucking talent. And that's what a guy he come on the press conference like yeah, stop fucking playing with me, bro. I'm telling y'all, bro. They really shitty, bro. They got too happy off of this one Super Bowl win, and Pat really willed the way the rest of the way. And then this season was just, that's what Brett Beach need for his. That's what he need for his spot to be saved, bro. That's what. But the other moves is gonna matter as well too. I think we're gonna have to really build around that as well. But I'm just saying, bro. Like, can't play around with that one. Like, can't play around because we might as well get the last little bit out of him before he go into return. Before it was all gone.
What? The question though? If we keep Pacheco,
nah, we not keeping.
Is he coming off 10?
Nah, he not. I'm gonna keep it G, bro.
Pacheco's done, I think.
Yeah, for real. Even if
y'all think so? Y'all think they keep Pacheco over Kareem? Keep Kareem over Pacheco?
Pacheco's a free agent, ain't he?
He is.
Yep.
He's not coming back.
The thing
I
is,
don't
like I
think
always said before, you seen his growth really stop when EB left, and he literally only had 1 year EB. But he is gone. Like I'm
I
not
think
gonna lie.
he's out of
They
Y'all
here.
bring,
already know.
they bring,
Dale, you already know. I wasn't a fan of 10 from day one.
yeah. I mean, it's nothing against him, bro, but it was the 7th rounder that we saw.
7 rounder with no vision.
I mean, sadly, he would. I do
We
feel like if
appreciate you
Buddy
for
was
what you
here,
did.
he would have got better.
Yeah.
You created you contributed to, was it 2 Super Bowls? So you
Yeah,
contributed to 2 of them. We appreciate you, Pop, for sure. Now,
he got a
yeah,
touchdown in each one too, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah.
So he did his part, did his due diligence. But real, yeah, well, this is nostalgia. People trying to bring out their jerseys. I
I'm
don't know.
definitely
I
trying to.
haven't seen it. I haven't seen a Pacheco jersey. And
Oh yes, because you're not from here. You not you from here, but you ain't been
I'm
here.
not here. I'm not
Yeah,
here.
you not. Yeah,
I'm
bro. That's
not
all
here.
that, bro.
The question is
That's all the women wear.
who's getting inducted
That's
into the
all the
Hall of
women wear.
Fame?
Okay, never mind. Okay, makes
Who
sense.
getting inducted into Hall of Fame with the number when it's time to get inducted?
Tyreek.
Pacheco.
Huh? Stop it.
Why was the
Tyreek,
question even
Tyreek
asked?
only got 1 bowl.
Dre, who do you like in this era? Who do you?
Who do I like in this era? I mean, Pat.
Y'all avoid that. Who getting that Ring of Honor 10?
Tyreek, for sure. We stop it, man. We already know them.
So
I don't care about the 2 Super Bowl
Pacheco,
rings over his one. His
so
one
Pacheco not
started to
getting in the Ring of
run.
Honor. So Pacheco not getting in the Ring of Honor at the Chiefs Stadium.
No. Why would he?
Yeah.
If Pacheco, and look, but that's the thing though. If y'all say he get in the Ring of Honor, then they bringing him back then.
Yeah. I mean, he haven't had a 1,000-yard season.
He got to have more than one contract in Kansas City, man. I'm sorry, he got to.
I ain't gonna lie, Damian Williams.
He ain't had no 1,000-yard season,
bro. I'm not even gonna lie, that's kind of
Damian
crazy.
Williams, damn.
I'm going that far. I'm going that far.
We know who, man. Look, we know who. We know who 10. When we think of 10, we know it's Tyreek Hill. Who's more impactful, Tyreek Hill or Pacheco?
Hey, that little run that Pacheco had was kind of crazy.
2-6 run was crazier. That's all I'm gonna say. I was really pissed when Kareem left. Like,
thank you. 2-6 should have been Super Bowl MVP.
That's cap. I'm not gonna go that far.
He should have been.
That was cap. I ain't gonna lie.
He should have been.
Because when you think about it, bro, you give him that yardage at that last run. Like, respectfully, it does. Like, but
I wasn't even just talking about just the Super Bowl. That playoff run that he had, the playoff run, and then on top of that, the Super Bowl as well. Yeah, I definitely over 2-time Super Bowl champion Pacheco. Absolutely, yes. Hell, Noah Gray is 2-time Super Bowl champion. Is he getting the Ring of Honor? No, he's not.
For sure.
What? Stop
Noah
it.
Gray is definitely probably getting in for sure. He definitely probably gonna get it. Ring of Honor, Chiefs Ring of Honor, he's definitely gonna probably get it. Not Hall of Fame. Not Hall of Fame.
The Ring of Hall of Fame. So is McCall Hardman getting one? Is he getting up there?
Really on some sympathy, really fuck around and get in.
McCall Hardman getting in there he got 3 of them. What are we doing? He got 3 of them.
He fuck around and really get in.
And he won the last one.
Hold on. I'm not gonna do the look. Y'all know I like 2-6. No, we gonna stay.
Thank you.
No,
we're
not gonna do this.
Thank you.
His run.
That's either Maul or Prince. That's either Maul or Prince.
That's how much we capping tonight before we go.
That's either Maul or Prince.
That's equivalent to Kadarius Toney. I swear to God. Yes. 18 changed the whole, flip the field, got that touchdown in there. Are we saying that?
No.
Let's talk about it.
You said
don't
comp. We're not gonna comp 2-6's run to Kadarius Toney punt return. First of all, that was the only punt return Kadarius Toney had ever done that to in the NFL ever. He just
NFL Super Bowl
if it If it was some lucky, if that wasn't the luckiest shit I ever seen in my life.
Too. The mixtape, nah, just playing.
Then 2-6 was that run was a game sealing run after a 50-year drought of a Super Bowl. I don't think you understand how much pressure was built up in one run.
I just hyped it. So hold on, I understand pressure. I just hyped it before we went.
So he should have definitely been one Super Bowl MVP. I'm sorry, they hosed him.
Hold on,
they did.
I can't do that, bro.
He should be MVP.
The NFL
bro, Pat played like shit to the fourth quarter.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, but he threw the ball to him to get in the end zone. He wasn't a part of his touchdowns until the last one.
That's
what are you talking about?
Damian Williams, dog. That
he had a better run than Pacheco. I already said that.
Yeah, so, I like him better, Pacheco.
I'm not gonna lie. I already said that. I'm not even arguing with that part.
Crazy. He even got a touchdown in that playoff.
Why y'all tell me to stop? Look, I'm not trying to cap. I'm just trying to really try to.
I don't know.
All right.
Damian Williams definitely should have been Super Bowl MVP that year. He definitely should have been, and I'm pretty sure Pat probably told Damian Williams that.
They had a breakdown of why they said like why you give it to him as well too, bro. I understand.
Because did he get 100 yards?
Did he get over 100 yards in that game?
That's what I'm about to say.
Did that rate get over 100?
I think so. Hold on.
They was giving it to Pat regardless, though. The Chiefs had won the Super Bowl 50
bro,
years. He had already won MVP. He had already won MVP that I think the year before, right? Or did Brady win? He
won the MVP the year before. He won the MVP the year before.
So it was no way he wasn't getting it.
Hold on. Damian Williams, 17 carries, 104 yards. He was averaging 6 yards a carry, 1 touchdown.
Damn, he should have won Super Bowl.
And then, hold on. Then he had 4 receptions.
He should have. Damn, that nigga. Kenneth Walker scored a touchdown, dog.
But he had like 130 plus yards. Like he had like total yards. It was crazy. Like he. I'm not trying to like. Bro, I'm not even trying to be rude. He really was impactful. He had a good game.
He had a receiving touchdown as well too.
That's what I'm saying. He had the 2 touchdowns.
Super Bowl MVP.
Like, Pat don't throw them interceptions though. And there was a tip with Tyreek Hill. You know, the most famous. You know he gonna give us a tip one all the time. That's always just put that. I'm gonna be honest. Other than the Super Bowl, did he throw a pick in the second 49ers one?
Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah, I think he threw a pick.
The only perfect one he had was the Eagles one.
Yeah, he did turn the ball over.
I'm not gonna lie, Pat gonna give you a turnover in the game.
He gonna give you one.
He's gonna get this is the last game of the season. He's gonna give you one because I'm doing whatever to just win at this point now.
Yeah,
just saying. So it's like he gonna give you that. So I mean. It is what it is. Honestly, we just made a debate over nothing. Sorry, this was like just additional topic of just going back and forth. Honestly, this is Dynasty Talk, y'all. For the fans who just who sitting here, we're not actually Chiefs fans. Yeah, enjoy that. Only Patriots fans need to talk to us in the recent. All right, man. But anything else y'all want to say on this before we go ahead and wrap it up, man? We had a good time.
Man. No.
Damian
Williams MVP.
Pat 3-time, it don't matter. We're not even going to talk about it. We know what actually happened. We know actually who was awarded it. So we're not even going to trip. We Alex, go to bed, bro.
Please
all right, thank y'all for of course tapping in with us tonight, man. Sky Moore. No, get him out of here. Make sure you follow us on all our social media platforms at Triple Coverage. It be in our description as well too. All the different ones we on X, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff as well too. So make sure y'all check us out. Subscribe to our YouTube channel as well too. We on the road to 100 subscribers. So make sure you help us get us there. Share it to your family. Share it to your co-workers at work. Share it to everybody, of course, who just love listening to sports and just want to dive in and come in, comment, have a good time with us in the chat. We here live every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central Time. So make sure y'all tap in, show us some love. And we got y'all. Follow us on all our social media platforms too. Y'all see it right here. We got at Daily Fowler, Scoops Gotcha, and also _ Lano as well too. That's our tags on X as well. So make sure to show us some love. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Can't wait to talk to y'all again. Had a good time. See y'all next time. Y'all know how we like to end it. All facts, no fluff. Peace.